Welcome, everybody. Thanks for your patience. I was having some camera issues, but here we are. Happy Friday. Let's see who's here today. If you haven't said hello yet, hop in that chat, say hello. Let us know where you're joining from, and let us know anything that you want us to know right now. Samantha says, good morning, Jackie. April, hi everyone, and Jackie. So excited to hear about the equinox. Hi, Lucy. Courtney, good morning. Christine, happy Friday. Jackie and Tribe, I'm so happy to be here. Likewise. I've had a great morning, and it is going to be described in the Libra explanation. Everything always works out. Everything just happens, and the universe sets me up to have really good stories to tell you guys, and I'm excited for today. Let's see. Lucy says, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Patty, greetings, friends. Melinda says, hello, everyone, with the butterflies. Lucy, okay, do we have like 3 Lucys today? Yeah, we do. Oh, wow. Another Lucy says, hi, Jackie, and all you lovely peeps. Ciao, Bonnie. Greg, warm greetings, everyone. Thanks for the warmth. It's about to be fall, which in my brain is just winter. At this point, if it's under 70 degrees, it's practically indoor weather. Morgan, good morning, everyone. April's joining from Japan. So cool. What was that? Did Anna say Kenya? Anna, hello from Kenya. So cool. Jackie, greetings. Happy to be with my tribe. Likewise. Bonnie made her best batch of scones yet. If you guys ever get the chance to eat Bonnie's baked goods, oh my gosh, I got to eat some cheesecake, and I don't want to tell you what I thought when I was eating that cheesecake. It was wonderful. It was really, really good. Christine says, good morning, Jackie and everyone. Jennifer's here. Jean had her solar return yesterday. Happy birthday. Bonnie says, you said you tell us what we want. What? You said, tell us what we want you to know. So, well, I'm proud of you, Bonnie, for making the best scones ever. Kate says hi from Australia. Luna, good morning, beautiful beings. Lots of Lucy's. Love it. Andrea, happy Friday. I hear that. Christine says, Bonnie, yum, wish I was having one with you. Would love a recipe. The recipe would probably work, but it's the love. It's Bonnie's love. Greg says, Bonnie, better share now. I guess, are you taking orders, Bonnie? Love it. Courtney is getting married 1 week from today under the full moon. Congratulations, Courtney. Full moon celebration. I was married on the full moon, which was an accident because we were going to get married in 2021, and then we decided to cancel because things were weird, and we were going to get married in 2020, and then we postponed it, and we just picked the same date the next year, and it happened to be a full moon, so that's so cool. Congrats, Courtney. Hello, Ronnie. Greetings. Jennifer's here from Reno. Morgan's excited. April's excited for Courtney. Christine got some love in me too. I know you do, Christine. I know you do. Lots of love. Charlotte was married on Friday the 13th. Love it. Yeah, that's so exciting, Courtney. I'm so happy for you. I was actually thinking about you the other day if you wanted to record another podcast. Courtney had me on her podcast. So Courtney, put the name in here and tell people how to find you. Yeah. All right, my name is Jacqui Mancuso. Today we are here to talk about the autumn equinox. I'm an astrologer, so I talk about astrology, and then I pull oracle cards, and we see what our higher selves in the universe wants us to know about the energies that are available to us in the sky. So that's what I do every time I'm here on Insight Timer. Today we're talking about the autumn equinox, Libra season. So, the sun is entering Libra season tonight, tomorrow. Okay, this happens at 11:50 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're in the United States, if you're in the Pacific time zone, it'll happen for the last 10 minutes of today. For the rest of us, the sun enters Libra very, very early tomorrow morning on Saturday, the 23rd. And the sun will be in... My brain stopped. The sun will be in Libra until October 23rd, making tomorrow the autumn equinox. The equinox, right? This happens springtime, March, starting Aries season, and then we go halfway through the zodiac, and then it happens at Libra season. The equinox brings us an equal amount of day and night, dark and light. So the universe is providing us with the energy of equilibrium, and it's up to us to utilize it. So Libra season in general may help you achieve greater balance, because Libra's symbol is the scales. You're the one who has to put stuff in and take stuff out, though, okay? But this can represent balance between you and them, giving and receiving, your head and your heart, work and play, dark and light. Okay, so the energy of balance is there, but you're the one who gets to put things in and take things out. So the sun is shining through the constellation of Libra. That's what makes this energy available. We have this cool thing called free will to focus on the dark, or to focus on the light, or to focus wherever we want to focus. And this dark and light theme has been really strong for me lately. The yin yang, I think it might have been 3 months ago that I had this whole revelation about what yin yang is, what the difference is between too light and too dark, shadow work versus light work. And this just seemed so timely to talk about today. So I'm going to go off on a little tangent about dark and light, and then I'm going to suck it back in and talk about actual astrology. So yesterday I watched a video on TikTok about light versus dark, and I posted it just a little bit ago on my Facebook page. It's my business Facebook page, so Lakeside Living. There's a picture of my face. Lakeside Living, if you want to watch the video. This guy used the metaphor of water flowing out of a dam for the first time in many, many years. How the water started off mucky and gross, a whole bunch of soot. The years of compiling was pushed out first, and then the water became clearer and clearer as it flowed out. And he related it to just light work and dark work in general, but this can be related to looking at your shadow, looking at your darkness. At first, it can be really mucky and thick and scary, and you can feel shameful and afraid. But the longer you sit with it, the clearer the water appears as it continues to flow through that channel. And this guy also talks about another one of my favorite themes, how dark is not bad. And one of the ways that I encourage you to watch the video. It's longer, I think it's like close to 10 minutes, but it's a really good talk. He uses a lot of good explanations, but his way of describing that is thinking about a flower. Are the roots bad because they grow in darkness? No, it's all necessary. The roots have to grow and ground in order for the flower to grow and become beautiful and light. So I've done quite a bit of shadow work this week. I felt really called to clear out some cobwebs. And it was all like presented for me. Conversations came up, and then I was asked and invited to start talking about things that happened in the past, and I was just sitting with it, and things felt open. So I decided to sit with a situation that happened over about 10 years ago, and I was hit with a really strong revelation of the role that I played in the situation that I thought was one-sided. So here's where this Libra balance comes in. I chose today to sit in darkness. It was really hard to accept the role that I played, and I ugly cried and I moaned, and I was like, I wanted to yell obscenities, but I was whispering them because it was like 6 a.m. and my windows are open. But I accepted it, and I sat with it, and I didn't run from it, and I just sat with it. And then that's where the clarity came, and that's when the light came. And I gave myself the opportunity to make amends, to make energetic amends. And I had an understanding of my karma. I realized the karma that I cleared. I realized the pattern that I broke. And then I learned about how I was going to meet up with the energy of my dad in the next life. And it was just so beautiful. Like, would you think, right? Like, meeting someone on the street, if they're, this is genuine. Like, my energy right now is genuine. I'm light, I'm bubbly, I'm happy to be here, I'm happy to share. Like, would you think that an hour ago I was sobbing my eyes out and sitting with, like, fudge, I did that, you know? Like, that's where this Libra energy is, giving equal attention to both sides. And by doing so, that brings the beauty of life. Libra is ruled by Venus. This balance, Libra scales, is flavored with that Venus love, that Venus beauty, that Venus affection. I love it. Joy, feel to heal. Jody, the feminine is also representative of the dark and receiving, as necessary as the light. Yeah. Aaron, thank you. Your tangents are riveting. Courtney says, thank you, Jacqui, for the reminder to honor our shadow as much as our light. You're welcome. Libra made me do it. So, we have the equinox tomorrow. Yvonne, you joined at the perfect time. And these are always recorded and put on my YouTube channel. So if you want to hear what I talked about for the last 15 minutes, you can head to YouTube. Search my name. You'll find all the replays. So the equinox happens tomorrow, and that sets the tone for the next 3 months, the next autumn season. So just looking at the chart, when the sun enters Libra, I looked to Venus because Venus is the ruler of Libra. So what is Venus doing? She is forming an exact trine, harmonious, beautiful trine, supportive energy to Chiron. Venus is at 18 degrees of Leo. Chiron is at 18 degrees of Aries. Chiron is our wounded healer. He's an asteroid that plays a huge part in astrology, but this is an opportunity for deep healing for the next whole season, the whole autumn season. And fire, they're right, Leo and Aries, this is a fire trine. Fire is passion. Passionate self-love, passionate love for life and the ups and downs, passionate healing of wounds that you believed to be permanent. That's what Chiron energy is. Wounded healer. You feel like this wound is just part of you. But then you're given opportunities throughout your life to heal a little bit, you know? Chop away at it a little bit at a time. Today is not the first time I've done shadow work about abandoning my father. Like, it's happened over and over, and usually every other time it was the opposite. And today was the first time that I saw it from the other way. But like the healer aspect of it, just because you visit it once doesn't mean it's all better. Like, there's going to be themes that come up, and you got to go a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper. But here we go. I've been healing this wound for almost a decade. And the deeper I go, the higher I come out. It's like I expand the whole situation. So Venus is trining Chiron as the sun enters Libra. This is setting us up for some really deep opportunities to heal. Take what you want, leave the rest. We also have Mars forming an opposition to Chiron. They're 180 degrees apart. Mars is staring Chiron in the face. So Mars is at 17 degrees of Libra, and Chiron is at 18 degrees of Aries, opposite. Mars is adding pressure to act, to do something with equality, because Mars is in Libra. So Mars is giving us that energy to split between light work and shadow work. And I kind of feel them as one and the same. I tend to close my shadow work with some type of light work. You know, I don't just go in and I sit with the darkness and I cry and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like, you sit with it, you sit with the pain, you get underneath it, and then the healing happens, and then it's up to you. It's all intuitive. You get to choose how you want to heal it. Like today I asked if there was anything physical that I was holding from the situation, and my dad pointed me to grief, and grief is held in the lungs. And so in my meditation, my lungs became filled with light. And like, I don't have lung problems, you know, like I haven't had a cough, I haven't had bronchitis or anything, but like that's what came. So that's where the light was needed. You know, it's equal. So that's my message today for y'all. How did that sit with you guys? Does that make sense for Libra? This was just so strong, and yeah, just talk about shadow and light. So I did post that video on my Lakeside Living Facebook page, the TikTok video that the guy described, this good and bad, light and dark thing. This is one of my biggest philosophies, is that nothing is good or bad. Everything just is. And I feel like I use the same words all the time to describe it. So this guy gives like a fresh perspective on it, a different way of saying it. So Christine says, love all of this, Jacqui. Thanks for sharing your work on your shadow self. You're welcome. I like sharing this because when I first heard of shadow work, like I didn't really know what it was. I knew that some people said it was hard and some people said it was scary, but I felt like there was still this stigma around it. Like, oh, you can't talk about your shadow. Like, I don't want to share the nasty that I found. I don't want to tell you how I walked through the muck. But I actually, right before I hopped on Insight Timer, I was recording the explanation of like step by step what I saw and what actually happened. So I'm gonna post it on TikTok later. Search me on TikTok. I'm there. It's great. And if you want to know like what I actually did, the whole step by step process, I'm gonna share it there because I just want to let you guys know what's available, just to show you this is what I did. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Yvonne says, looking forward to healing that other layer, starting therapy with a new therapist on Sunday. She specializes in a lot of my trauma. Oh my gosh, Libra season. Libra is also a cardinal sign because it's starting the season. So every sign that starts the season has cardinal energy. It's go time. Like, take the first step, initiation. Go. Push off the edge. That's great. This is a good time to start a new practice, to start a new way of healing. Thank you, Luna. Hi, Curran. Christine, I've done shadow work, but never thought of light entering after. For me, it ends with a lot of tears. That's what I mean with sit with it. I cry a lot. I cry, and I do that like ugly moaning, like, and then it has to come out, but sitting with it is when you allow the light to come in. I'm finally starting to get what people mean with what's underneath the emotion. If the emotion is sadness, guilt, whatever that you find in the shadow, you have to sit with it to allow yourself to like drop deeper and deeper. And then once you get underneath all that emotion, there's light underneath. Stephanie, I'm having a hard time this last week. Was just starting to feel balance of things, but last few days, things have been feeling off. Last night I cried like 4 times, like a big wave of overwhelming feeling caught up. Good job crying. Good job getting it out, a physical release. Stephanie says, I haven't cried in months. Was beginning to feel like life was getting good. Now I feel not so good. It's all here to teach you something, right? Like things can feel... We also have a podcast episode coming out today. So I do have a podcast with my friend. YouTube and Spotify. It's called a werewolf 444U. We have an episode coming out in a few hours today, and this guy is an abundance mindset dude. Great, love this man. But he talks about how life is a wave. Energy is a wave. We think about energy as, you know, flowing, and thank you, Bonnie. And life is like this also. And then once you flatline, that's when it's over. So embrace it. You guys ready to get a little dark today? We are, we're gonna pull from 2 different decks. The first part, we're gonna talk about shadows. And then the second part, we're gonna talk about light. We're gonna go both ways today. This is gonna be great. So, the first deck that I'm gonna use, I know we just used this earlier this week, but it was the right deck to pull from. So we're gonna use Ask Your Guides. And the first question I want to ask today is just which shadows are ready to be understood? Which shadows want to be understood and not understood? Your shadows don't want you to stand under them. Which shadows are ready to be understood? Yes, Greg. Release is so vital for healing. Melissa, what does sitting with it mean for you? Does it just literally mean crying it out? What about when you're done crying? What I mean with sitting with it is just being patient. Not waiting for the next thing. Just being with the moment. So yeah, when you're done crying, what happens when you're done crying? Pause. Sit with the moment. Kind of just see what comes up. Does that make sense? Because, yeah, when I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm trying to reflect on like what I just did this morning. But when I was done crying, that's when the love and the forgiveness and the healing and the karma realization came through. Thank you, Greg. Not running away or avoiding the messiness. Stephanie says, 444, I had been seeing 44 for a while. Love it. Okay. Group readings. Which shadows are ready to be understood? Feel free to send your energy into my deck. And this is a group reading, but they always speak to everyone. If you, so I'm going to show you the backs of the 3 cards once they come out, so you're going to see the same image 3 times, okay? Hi, Erica. We're just shuffling the first deck. We're doing shadows today. We're talking about shadows. Welcome! What was I even saying? I'm going to let 3 cards fall out of the deck, and I'm going to show you the backs of the cards, and I'm going to ask you to feel with your intuition if any of the cards feel stronger or different or whatever. So when I show them, just let us know in the chat if anything just feels different than the other ones. If not, that just means that the whole reading holds an equal amount of importance for you. If a certain card like causes your eye to twitch, or like you sneeze, or your cat jumps on your lap, or you hear a horn honking outside, like if anything changes in your physical reality, that could be your guides or your energy or whatever. Just telling you that message has a little bit of a deeper meaning for you personally today. So what shadows are ready to be understood? Melissa says, yes, it does. Everyone says something different for that question. Which question did I say? All right, Jacqui already knows that 1 and 2 are calling to her. Jackie's practicing claircognizance. We all have all the psychic skills, all right? Just accept that. I just attended a cemetery symbolism lecture, so this should be interesting. Wow. Curious to see if anything comes out. All right, guys, here's the back of card number 1. Which shadows are ready to be understood? The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let us know in the chat which cards are calling to you, if any, if all 3, if none. Again, here's the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let's see. All right, so Jackie said 1 and 2, S2, Joy 2, Courtney 3, Bonnie, it's 3 for me, Christine 2, Sandy 3, Erica 1, Melissa 3, Nathan 1, Sun 1, Patty 2 and 3, Megan 1, Samantha number 2, and possibly also number 3. Thank you, Jackie, for your donation. Suzanne 3, April 1, Curran 3, Lynn 1 and 3, Jennifer 2, Vicky 1 and 3, Morgan 2 and 3, Yvonne 1 and 3, Danielle 1 and 2. Erica, thank you. That's my astrology blanket. Christine, oops, maybe 1 also. My chimes were ringing. Do you hear my dogs barking as an affirmation? As soon as I said that, that was Gemma. Gemma's like, yeah. Melinda 3, Stephanie 2, adding 1 on the second round. Fabiana, all cards, but 2, maybe a little more. Cool. I love it. Greg's working with card number 4, so you're just disregarding this whole first deck. Just kidding, you can do whatever you want. All right, guys, which shadows are ready to be understood? Thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate your donation. Courtney, my dog is looking for your dogs now, Jackie. I'm sorry. They're my security system. All right. Card number 1. You hear them howling? They're so cute. Hold on. They only howl when mom's not home. Like, I'm in the basement. They think I'm not home. That's only when they howl. They will not howl if I'm up there. I don't know what that means, but I think it's adorable. We have 3 dogs. All right. Card number 1. What shadow is ready? Exhaustion. This is card number 20 from Your Divine Helpers. The keywords for this card are overload, mania, workaholism, overdrive. Your divine helpers are here, advising you that while it's essential that you do everything in your power to fulfill your goals, it's equally important to know when to back off and allow the universe to work its magic on your behalf. You've done enough. Allow these beautiful and highly competent guides to step in and take over. Your enthusiasm is your gift. But unless it's properly contained, you can undermine your best intentions. Your divine helpers gently remind you that just as plants need water to grow, too much will drown their ability to blossom. The same principle applies to your efforts. Overdoing is fear in disguise. Wow, that's the shadow part. Overdoing is fear in disguise. Do not allow it to keep you in the manic mode. Give yourself more breathing space. Trust that your divine healers are on the job, overseeing your success so you can rest. You need to let go and turn responsibilities over to others. Just because you need rest doesn't mean that they do. Ask your divine helpers for assistance in this. They know better than you what you need right now. Ease up and let them work their miracles. Their message: rest. I want to hear what you guys are saying about this first, because I have a lot to say about this one. This resonates with Courtney. Jacqui says, that's my card. I'm in bed feeling like I've been told to rest. Oh, love it. Bonnie, work until you're tired, not until you're done. Yes, love that. Courtney says, amen, Bonnie. Erica, I knew this one was it. Jacqui, so true, Bonnie. I go until done. Gotta take that thought with me. Greg likes this. Danielle, wow, so real. Bonnie's still working on the concept. I like that fear idea. Likely true. Yes. Nathan, absolutely the right card for me. I've had this thought many times this week. We're slowing down. We're ending summer. We're slowing down for autumn. Erica, I always go full speed ahead. Today is a rest day, yet I'm doing laundry all day. You know, there's different ways to rest. I'll just say that. Stephanie, yes, while I sat crying last night, I asked why all things are going the way they are, and this card is my answer. Well, there I go again, crying again. Just got over a cold and said I needed to rest. I also have fear. We all do. And it's beautiful, because it teaches us things. Fabiana, fear that I am not enough behind it. Very interesting. Christine says, Bonnie, I love that too. Also love the line, overdoing is fear in disguise. Yes. So this is actually the exact thing that started my week of shadow work. It was a whole tarot thing, and the only part that matters is that I started this by working through my fear of asking for help, and that led me to the shadow of like being implanted that I couldn't rely on people, like abandonment, right? People left me high and dry. So as a kid, as a teenager, I learned that it was just all me. It's all me. It's all me. I got to do it. It's all up to me. So that's where this exhaustion came in. Overdoing is fear in disguise. I was afraid to ask for help. I was afraid that I would just be left high and dry. And that's it. So that's what started my whole week of shadow work. So that's what I wanted to say about this. You guys are totally getting this. You're so resonating with this. Yeah, overdoing is fear in disguise, because what if what if you're in this habit of overdoing and someone comes in and suggests like, hey, why don't you take a break? What's your first gut reaction? Like, well, this won't get done, and this won't get done, and this won't get done. That's fear. That's fear of not having enough time, not having enough energy, not having enough whatever. It's fear. That card that came up on Monday about balance, you guys remember that? Were you here for the balance card? Where in your life are you feeling anger and resentment? That's where you're overdoing. Where are you feeling guilt and, what was the other one? Guilt and defensiveness. That's where you might not be giving enough balance. Son, I was just reflecting about working continuously without a break. And this session is my time off. I love it. I love it, I love it. You gotta fill yourself up so that you can have something to give. It goes back to balance always, Andrea. Stephanie, my 11-year-old tried to comfort me and say, I can't do it and don't try so hard. Have everything perfect. He even used the word overdoing. This has opened my eyes. Oh, I love that childlike approach. Kids, man. So excited. So excited whenever mine want to come. Teach me a whole bunch of stuff. Thank you, Stephanie, for your donation. I appreciate it. Shar says, no is a full sentence. Being is as important as doing. You are enough. So that's a really good place to start with shadow work, okay? Where do I feel like I can't say no? Where do I feel like I'm obligated? Sit with it. Feel maybe what it's making you feel, and then like, all right, where did this come from? Why do I think I can't say no? What happened in my past that taught me that I couldn't say no to this. And just sit with it. There's no, like, prescription to shadow work. It's all just allowing messages to come through. It's the best I can say. Card number 2, which shadows are ready to be understood? Family. Card number 10 comes from the Holy Spirit. The keywords for this card are security, elation, peace, and family harmony. The Holy Spirit is touching your soul, bringing about a deeper sense of peace and security. The challenges of the recent past are met, and thankfully, you've survived. Due to the Holy Spirit's influence, your trials have only strengthened your capacity to love, leaving you with an even deeper appreciation of those you love. The Holy Spirit particularly shines on your family and home as it heeds your prayers and oversees overall well-being at this time. There's no need to fret over your parents' health, your children's safety, or your siblings' happiness. Bonnie, Jackie, Christine. All is well. Ask the Holy Spirit to expand your capacity to move beyond personal love and include all of humanity in your prayer for peace. Entreat the Holy Spirit to brighten your aura and allow others to see you as a source of contentment. The Holy Spirit's message, peace be with you. This, I feel like, can be resonating within you in many different ways. But here's what I'm feeling from this. This is almost like shadow work of forgiveness for your family. Shadow work of being able to detach from the version of your family you've chose to look at and to bring light to the situation. I'm guilty of this, okay? I was just talking to my mom about this. There's a lot of forgiveness that I'm ready to do with siblings because when I talk about my siblings, I talk about them with a certain energy, but I also haven't talked to them in like 5 years. So like, what am I doing? I'm just holding on to a story. So that's what I'm feeling from this family card. Like, what about your family is causing you pain? Sit with it. Bring compassion to the situation, you know. I feel like shadow work is easy to do when it's long past because you're not in it. You know, shadow work about a situation that happened last week might be a little bit more tricky and personal and attached than shadow work from like a long time ago. So I think that's why I like the inner child work, because it's happened so long ago. I've had all these years to process it. And you're able to bring more compassion to something that is removed. Does that make sense? Jackie, are you kidding me? Also, my card so resonates. Stephanie says, you agree with Melissa. Did I read what Melissa said? Oh, you guys are talking about your kids. Stephanie, and this one too, part of my recent issues and rising emotions. Jennifer says, thought of you, Bonnie, sending love, and the rest of my embodied crew. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Morgan says, as soon as I saw it said family, it hit hard. Lots of resistance. Guess it's needed. You know how, like, you guys heard the saying, your healing is my healing? Let me expand this for a second. Like, we're all connected to the collective consciousness. So anytime you heal yourself, you're literally healing the world. Literally healing the world. So when you work on your family relationships in energy, in another astral plane, right? That's where you go when you meditate. You can go to a different astral plane. When you heal it within yourself, you are quite literally healing the other person as well. And that's what I feel like this card was talking about. Like the whole thing I did with my dad this morning, he's been gone for close to 10 years. Like, he's not on this plane anymore, but it's all energy. And I feel like the work that we did together today is healing his energy so that wherever he goes, he has healing, he has forgiveness, he has freedom. You know what I'm saying? Bonnie, it's funny, when I looked at the back of card 3, I got the past message. I think I've worked through a lot of that. Interesting. Samantha, oh, this card got me. Super recent with the in-laws. Healing. Forgiveness. Huge. Joy, this resonates with me in so many different levels. I love that, Joy. Karen, so what Jennifer was referencing is my Patreon group called Embody Astrology. They are, it's like a Patreon monthly subscription. It's only $12 a month. It's not that expensive. And I teach one session of like, this is the zodiac season coming up. We have a whole group Zoom meeting and we share and collaborate and learn and all that stuff. And then I give an embodiment technique for the whole zodiac season. So for the whole month, here is an example of how you can bring right now Libra energy into your life. Then we meet halfway through just to check in. How has it been going? What questions do you have? How can we make the rest of your Libra season wonderful? So yeah, you can search my name on Patreon and it's there. And it's great. And then we also talk on Discord outside, and it's a whole little group collaboration. And that's why I said the names I said when I was reading that card, because of situations that we've learned about each other in Embody Astrology. And you don't need to be an astrologer to be in the group. It's literally, I teach the basics. Not basics, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I teach, and then we chat. So that's what that is. Card number 3, which shadows are ready to be understood? Creativity from your creativity guides. And this is card number 37. The key words are the day and time listed on Patreon. So all the meetings are like planned 2 weeks in advance. So they're not always at the same time, but they're usually like the time of Insight Timer. Yeah. The next one is October 6th at 8:30 Central Time. So half hour ago. All right. So the keywords for the creativity card are patience, practice, reevaluation, and assessment. Your creativity guides are advising you that there's no way to avoid risk if you wish to live a creative life. Stop worrying about making right and wrong choices and view all of them as creative opportunities. Be glad you have the freedom to make choices at all, and realize that no matter what you choose, you'll create something. If you don't like the result, then simply go back to the drawing board and make new and hopefully better choices. Your creativity guides remind you not to look at life in terms of black and white, me against you, all or nothing. You are a creative spirit, regardless of what else is going on in your life. Assess your creations with appreciation and respect. Whether good, bad, or indifferent, they all reflect your creativity. Celebrate everything you enjoy and don't fret over the rest. See your less desirable creations as interesting rough drafts, and follow your creativity guide's advice. Go back to the drawing board. Shadow work about whatever you're afraid to create because of fill in the blank. Because what if it fails? What if I'm left in the dark? You know, like what if I screw myself over? What if I start this thing and I lose all my money? What if no one uses it? What if I waste my time? Okay, whatever's coming up for you right now, that's the shadow work that is ready to be sat with and understood. I was actually just journaling about this yesterday. It's so fun. Once you let go of a lot of your fear of like the what if, life gets so fun, and it's just such an adventure, and you get to play with things and you get to explore with things. And I'm doing it right now with Lakeside Living, with my business. It's like my little baby, and I get to change things, and then I try it for a month, and then I evaluate, and then I make another change, and then I play with it for a month, and I reevaluate. And this happened because I've gained so much trust in the universe, and I know that there's always a pillow for me to land on. I know that there's always a soft landing. And that came from trusting myself and like doing the shadow work on myself to trust myself and trust others and all this stuff. And it's all just, it's possible for anyone. That's what I'm saying. So what shadow work is ready for you to understand? What are you worrying? Like, where are you worried about making the right choice? Okay, so sit with that. What choice am I worried about making because it might be the wrong choice? When you sit with that situation, you'll start to feel into the energy of the situation. If you guys have followed me, you know that I try to get rid of labels as much as I can, because labels to me make it in a box. The energy is energy. It's hard to describe. I hope you're with me. But like the energy of the situation, where is this coming from? And then instead of saying, when did I have fear of making a choice? Throw the words out. When did I feel this energy before? How has this held me back in the past? Or like, when did I learn to feel this way about this situation? Hope that makes sense. Melissa, oh my God, this is all what I've been working on recently. Love it. Hi, Tolkien. Jennifer's mind is blown. Erica, I came late, but apparently just in time. Need that reminder. You guys always show up right on time. If you come after 8:15 Central, doesn't mean you're late. You're always right on time. Suzanne loves it. Charlotte, yes, I've been refocusing my what if negative brain to a what if positive brain. Yep. Why do we say what if it's bad? Why can't we say, like, what if this is the greatest thing ever? Why is that so hard? Because self-love, because you don't deserve the greatest thing ever. That's your little shadow self calling for you to sit with it and understand it. Current's resonating with all of them. Love it. Same. Quick recap, and then we're going to pull from another deck to talk about the light. Okay, this is all about shadow. This is pretty cool. So what shadows are ready to be understood? Exhaustion. Where do you feel obligated and tied to? Where you have to put in your extra work. Where you have to overdo and produce. Where is that coming from? Family. Pretty general, right? We all have family drama. We all have family trauma, right? All. And even if it wasn't that bad, it's still, you still signed up to learn something through your close people. It doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be this big thing. Like, oh, I was never hit. I was never, it doesn't have to be like that. Something from your family taught you a lesson that may not have served your highest good, because you're here to unwind it to find your highest good. And then creativity. What are you afraid of creating for whatever reason? What do you want to create? And then why haven't you done it yet? Go ahead and write out all your excuses. Please do. Validate your excuses and then sit with them and ask why. Why do I have these excuses? Margot, all 3 times are spot on for me today. All 3 cards are spot on for me today. Jennifer said, you said trust 3 times. Spot on for me. Love it. Yeah, trust is a big thing. Trust is a big thing. Bonnie says, I'm starting an embroidery for beginners class today. I chose 3. Look at you, creating new designs, creating new things. Christine, our beliefs become our reality. 1,000%. Erica, damn, Jennifer, Jacqui is just calling me out today. I'm just asking questions. I'm not calling anyone out. I'm just asking questions. Tough love is my game. And I take it. I invite tough love into my life. I feel like that's the best way to learn. So we just asked about the shadows. Now let's ask, I want to ask this Healing Spirits Oracle deck. This is still pretty new to me. I've only used it a handful of times. These messages are short, but they get to the point. And what I want to say to this deck is teach me about the complementary light work. So, right, I talked about this earlier. If you missed the description, check me out on YouTube. The replay is going to be up there a little bit. We talked about the shadow, and often my shadow work, every time, my shadow work ends with light work. So after we heal these shadows of overdoing family and fear of creation, what light work complements it? Charlotte loves the image on the deck. Jacqui planned to pull from this deck today. I love it. Suzanne, oh boy, so much. The father card too. I mean family, Freudian slip. I love it. All right, so feel free to send your energy into this deck, and we're asking, what light work comes with this shadow work? Libra season, balance. Yin yang, balance. What light work? If you guys have been enjoying today's session, you are invited to offer an energy exchange in the form of a donation. You can also exchange your energy by following me on Insight Timer, showing your support, like interacting with my stuff. You know, like if you watch my YouTube video, if you go on my TikTok or my Facebook, if you take my courses on Insight Timer, like interaction is energy from your part. That's another big thing. Sharing my name around is huge for me if you want to like show gratitude and appreciation in some way. It's not always about the dollars. I actually just made a video on my TikTok yesterday about abundance. I was looking in this room where I do all my work, and I was looking at all of the abundance that's in here as far as pieces of furniture. And then I realized that I purchased one of them, and the rest of them were all gifted or handed down or inherited through a death. And it was just so cool. But I also work with one-on-ones. I do tarot readings, oracle readings, astrology readings, Akashic record readings, Reiki healing, and it's all donation based. So you're free to give what you are able to give. So in my Insight Timer bio, in the About section, is my link tree. And in my link tree is all of my links. I'm all over the place. I'm like a energy firework. So yeah, you can find me wherever resonates for you. But I put these replays on YouTube. And what else? Yeah, lakesidelivinghhealer.com if you want to just go to my website. Or if you know the Linktree thing, Linktree/Jacqui Mancuso. I'm pretty easy to find if you just search my name anywhere. Christine, thank you so much for your donation. Erica, thank you so much for your donation. Appreciated. Erica says, I've opened a new wellness business, and tomorrow is my grand opening event, and I have been doing everything alone for the last month on a bare bones budget, and I need to stop worrying. It will be what it will be. That's amazing, Erica. I'm so happy for you. That's so cool. I get where you're coming from, doing it all on a bare bones budget. Worrying isn't going to do anything for you. I'm just being honest and blunt about that. The universe wants to support you. You're doing good work with good intention. Allow the universe to support you. And let go of how. It's my best advice from everything I've been through. That's so cool. Congratulations, Erica. Karen wants to know what city you're in, or if it's online. And Charlotte says, that sounds fabulous. You'll be great. And I send you positive energy for a successful event. That's so cool. I love it. Hi, Laura. We're just about to pull our last card. We did a whole bunch of shadow cards, and now we're asking to teach us about the complementary light work. We know what our shadow work is. Light work is card 45. Speak your truth with passion. You have learned many lessons thus far on your journey. And, it's 11:11 for you. That's cool. You have learned many lessons thus far on your journey. And it's an interesting moment when you sense that you know something more than you thought you did. When that sense of awakening springs from deep inside you, it's time to share it with others. Guardian spirits are telling you to believe in yourself and speak out, trusting that you are connected to the higher power of the universe. There is only one truth, and when you are truly connected to Source, that is what you will speak. Remember, when you share your experiences with others, you will learn more about your true purpose too. What do you think? What's the complementary light work? You got to do the shadow work, right? You got to sit with, where do I overdo? What family shadows am I ready to look at? What am I afraid of creating? You got to sit with that. Sit with the darkness. And then you're going to find some stuff. You're going to find some love and light underneath all of the shit. What's the light work? Share it with others. Let me ask you, how much my sharing about my morning shadow work has helped you? What kind of insights has it given you? What kind of plan of action has it given you? You're gonna learn stuff, and your light work is to share that truth in the right timing. Okay. I come on here, I'm offering advice, right? You guys have signed up to be here in my session because you like the stuff that I'm talking about. I'm not saying share your truth by going up to people that you see are wounded and hurt and you're like, you have to do this, you have to do this, listen to me. That's called preaching. Okay, that's preaching, that's different. That's different. Share your truth with poise in the right time, in the right setting. There's someone who is ready for your truth. Just wait for the universe to bring them to you. Offer it. Don't force it. Because it's really easy to get excited when you do something and it works for you. It's really easy to just blah, here everyone, look what I did. This is for you too. And that's cool. But it's probably not for everyone. So the consent here is that you clicked enter into my room. So that's, you can share your experiences. If you are a social media person, blab about it. And people are going to choose to watch your stuff. If someone's talking about a situation that you think your truth would help, ask, can I offer something that I learned? Let them say yes or no. Melissa loves it so much. Thank you. And thank you for your donation, Melissa. And Jennifer and Morgan. I appreciate it. Erica says, you are an inspiration to me and keep me positive and validate so much for me each time. Love listening to you and learning. Thank you, Erica. I felt that exchange there. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Christine says, Erica, what's the name? I thought I saw it and now I don't. Tree allostasis. Am I saying that right? Jennifer Morgan, thank you girls for your donations. Laura, you are so practical. Love it. I'm a Taurus. Basic. But I love it. Do you send out newsletters via emails? So I'm not a newsletter type of person. I do have an email subscription list, so you can hop on that either on my website, lakesidelivinghealer.com, or in my link tree. I think one of the first links is subscribe to my newsletter. I usually use those to just share. I'm not very predictable and structured when it comes to how I communicate. When I have something to say, I say it. And I'm not the annoying email person. I send 1 or 2 a month when I have something of value to say. So actually, today or tomorrow, I will be sending an email with my Libra season Spotify playlist, and I'm so happy. I started making these on accident, sort of. I started making them for Embody Astrology. Just a fun way, because I used to play music. I was a musician for a long time. And the energy behind music and the lyrics and stuff, but it gets you into the feels So for Embody Astrology, I started making an Aries playlist and just like, what songs embody Aries, about starting, going first, being the best. And then I just kept going, and it's fun. And then I decided like, people don't have to be paying for this playlist. Like it's on Spotify. So tomorrow I'll be sending a link with my Libra playlist. So if you want that, hop on my email list. And then other things, like if I'm doing an event or something, I'll send an email like, hey, I'm here, check it out. So that's that. Lakeside Living is my my business name, and then my website is Lakeside Living Healer. Allostasis. Thank you, Erica. Try allostasis. What is allostasis? Laura says, I need that Taurus energy, I think. It's my job. You know what's funny is that like my job on this earth is to do this for people, to pull them back down, to ground them. Like have fun up there, be up there, do your thing, find your stuff. And then when you come into my energy, we pull it down. But what's funny is I was just talking with my girlfriend about how like us and our men, like the women are the ones who are like la 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 la, and then our men are like, just come back. I love you, but I need you down here. Funny. Suzanne is also a Taurus. Love it. Erica, that's why I love you. I'm not structured like that either. Full Libra, just airy. This is Erica. La la la. Healer. Healer, Charlotte. I didn't get the last word. Lakeside Living Healer. Because I help heal people. Suzanne, thank you very much. And S, thank you for your donations. Erica, oh, I should be playing that in the shop all day tomorrow. Okay, then maybe I'll send out the email today. Yeah, I'll do it today. I have time today, and that would be cool. The playlist, I think this time is like 2 hours. I try to put as many songs on it as I can. I don't know if they're all like business corporate friendly. Maybe just do a run through. I don't really think too much about words and messages and stuff. I just feel like, oh, this is Libra on the playlist. So just fair warning there. April, okay, love today. And I was about to ask you if you were connected to music or musicians. Your name is what triggered it. I'm a musician. Interesting, April. I was born in April. Yeah, I was a bassist. I played bass for a very long time, and I was this close to making it my career. Like I was going to be a music educator, and I just didn't like the people in the college that I was going to go to for music education. They were very snooty, and I was very low-key. So I did PE instead. And yeah, I miss music. I was in a band for a little while with my husband. It was a cover band, and I was the singer, and he was the drummer. And yeah, I don't know. I am intending to make more time for music every day. I have some drums, like woo-woo spiritual drums, like drums. That's it. Afraid to ask. Oh. Yeah, like you could probably pick up, the name of the school. It was I grew up near Chicago, and it was Vandercook. But the whole school was music education. That was the only major that the school offered. And not to say that it was bad, it just wasn't my vibe. It was just like I'm a very balanced person. Like I could do the woo-woo, and then I can also do the redneck. Like I'm half and half. I could do the music intensity, the value, like music theory, let's go. But then on the other side, I have to have fun and mess around and like talk about other things. So when I went into that school to do a visit, everyone was like, I love music and I know everything about music and look at me talk about music. And it was just like, this is way too much. I don't want to be here. So that's what that was. I feel like you dabble in so many things, Morgan. I do, because we're only here for a short amount of time, so why not just try it? You never know what you're gonna learn. You never know who you're gonna meet by doing things. Who cares if you suck at it? You're just starting. Like, who cares? Yeah. It's fun. Andrea, I love when we learn new things about you. Okay, thanks for saying that. I love sharing about myself. April's laughing from Berkeley. Yeah, I get that too. And I can imagine it was very like, and what do you think about this theory? And blah, 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 blah. Like, can we just talk about what we did this weekend? Like, yeah. Suzanne, I've always dabbled in music. Recently have started mandolin lessons again. Really love playing, but I've always been a little intimidated. Beginner's mind. Yeah, you have to start somewhere. And if you like, it's like a huge life lesson that I'm trying to put in one sentence. If you're starting something new and you're expecting yourself to be at level 12, you're missing everything that you have to learn in level 1. But by accepting, I'm level 1. I'm level 1. This is fun. What's in level 1? What do I get to learn in level 1? Right now I'm here. Maybe someday I'll be up there, but right now I'm here. You can, overlook a bunch of stuff. And I'm giving myself my own advice because I just went back to Taekwondo and I feel like I'm way more advanced than where I am right now. And like, let's just get to the big stuff. And I just kicked myself in the butt by saying that because I'm restarting. Time to go. Happy Libra season. Reach out if you want help. Period. Like with anything. I don't know how to define my work. I'm working on figuring out how to tell people what I do, but I just help people. If you're going through an issue, I've had a lot of training camp in my early life, and I've healed myself of a lot of things, and I am here to hold your hand and show you the way of how to heal yourself with whatever modality needs to come up that day. Oftentimes, literally just talking things through heals a lot. So feel free to reach out. Website is in the Insight Timer bio. Either lakesidelivinghealer.com or the link tree. It's like linktr.ee/Jacqui Mancuso. So, well said, April. Happy Libra. We'll do some social media sharing, etc. of you. Night night from Japan. Thank you, April. Thank you, Christine. Joy says blessings. Karen and Ann, thank you for your donations. Jackie says namaste. Jennifer, thank you. Happy weekend. Sending infinite love and gratitude to all. Namaste. And thank you guys so much for giving me this platform. Thank you for letting me share and feel heard and feel appreciated. That's what I get from this, and I love it. So, thank you.